what I kind of gave you guys in the rundown sheet here is the comparisons that have been thrown out about All In to ECW and the us versus them mentality. And obviously the Bullet Club was already way over with the wrestling fan base for the last 3-4 years as an entity to begin with, but now it's taken to another level. But do you see the parallels of ECW and this All In crew?
To a point, ECW 2018. Basically, it's the where I see the parallels. It's the same guys that WWE and other big organizations said, nah, they're not good enough. No, they're not stars enough. They're not going to draw. They're just undercard guys, and we'll use them maybe. You know what I mean? Along with the guys who have not yet reached that point where they're just up and coming, which is what ECW did. Took all the WWE and WCW rejects, so to speak, and put them in ECW with a lot of the younger talent that nobody ever saw before, and it took off. And this is similar to that, the way with like Cody and the Bucks and them. They said, you're good, but you're not really main event material. And look what they did. 10,000 people in 30 minutes. Who doesn't have their eye on the ball this one?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, from the second that the announcement of the sold out was kind of thrown out there, it really, I think it turned everybody's attention towards the event, because if you had to get to Chicago some way, I mean, obviously hardcore fans were there, and just as impressive as All In was StarCast, which I know you were scheduled to be a part of, but you didn't end up making it out to StarCast. But Shane was also in the same boat. He was scheduled to be there, and he wasn't able to attend right. StarCast. But I threw the parallel out there when we were talking to Francine about it last week that, ECW also did pair the conventions with the events, and we think of Cyber Slam. They were internet events before they were internet events. So I see the ECW parallels, but again, I guess it has to do more with how the show's operated than just maybe some of the outside factors that could be looked at being similar.
It's an alternative. WWE has the market. They are the top game in town. You know what I mean? So you have All In, and what these guys are doing. It's an alternative to what WWE is producing, and obviously people are digging it. So they're doing something right. So I would keep going if I was them. I don't know what their plan is, but I would think they're going to keep going with something.
Now, did you get to watch the show at all?
Some of it.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I thought the girls had that three-way was really, really good. What was the guy who worked with Christopher Daniels?
Oh, that's Stephen Amell. It was Green Arrow.
Yeah. I mean, the guys had no matches, and Chris carried him to a great match. And the referee was top-notch, I tell you. My good buddy Jerry Lynn. It was great. But, no, it was great. And then I watched Cody and Nick Aldis, and that was really good. I like it had a real-time fight atmosphere to it. Coming out with your entourage and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. That was really good. Then I stopped watching for a bit. And then I turned on for the penis.
I think
came back for the penis.
I think the penis definitely got a lot of people's attention, whether it be negative or positive. But, that Cody and Nick Aldis match, obviously that's where the hype was. And that's where the NWA was hyping it with the videos and, the story with Cody and Dusty Rhodes, obviously, with the NWA Championship. But I think the question would be is why wasn't that the main event? That's the one question I think that's on everybody's mind.
I don't know. We'd have to ask them, I guess.
It's pretty surprising.
They had time problems, didn't they? Where the main event had to go short?
Yep.
Maybe they knew. Put it on early just in case. We don't get rushed at the end. I thought it was really good. It reminded me of the old school Madison Square Garden cards where you'd have Hulk Hogan the main event, and he'd be on right before intermission.
Yeah, and obviously, whether it was a Harley race or even a Macho Man, if you saw the Hogan mid-main event, then some people might have left because you would leave a pretty damn good tag team match usually on the table.
Yeah, they looked at some sort of really good main event. But I guess that's Hogan was doing double shots, I guess.
Yeah, there's the stories of him and Orndorff getting on the planes going from Long Island out to Chicago in their gear. Can you imagine seeing that as you're boarding a plane?
Hey, look at who are those guys? Yeah, no. Plus, I think it was to sell tickets too, because they were going right before intermission. and Hogan would come back with they come back with a return match. So they announced at intermission, just signed, next month, Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage in the cage, and you can get your tickets now at the box office during intermission. The big hype on the pre-sale on the tickets.
God, I missed that.
I know. God, wrestling used to be so good.
Yeah, you are right though. I mean, they definitely cut the main event short, and it was still a good match, but it was definitely cut short due to time constraints of some other things. So maybe if those penises didn't take so long getting out there, maybe the main event would have got some more time.
If the penises were quicker on the trigger.
Exactly.
I think it's great. If I was wrestling now, I would wrestle Joey Ryan.
It's like a night off, right?
I could make it work. We could
Hey,
do like a firebolt to his nuts. Take out the great balls of fire.
Hey, you were known to be able to carry anybody. You could figure a way to carry him for sure.
That's a pretty big. It's a big package to carry. I don't know if I'd be up for it.
Now, what would you like? We always say to Shane, tease him. We say, "Hey, what would you grade this, Dean Douglas?" And he hates it, but he usually answers. He usually responds. What's your grade for All In if you could be Dean Douglas for the night?
A+.
Nice, right?
Absolutely. For the work they put into it, the gamble they took, the way it paid off, the production, the matches, everything was laid out great. Like I said, something went long so that the main event got cut short, but I give it an A+. Something for everybody.
Nice, definitely some high praise from Mikey for All In, and I love that you had no problem being Dean Douglas. You gave less of a problem grading than Shane usually does.
This was an easy one.